20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is the 1954 Richard Fleischer adaptation of the beloved Jules Verne book. I've never read the Jules Verne book, kind of sad, but whatever. And the movie isn't too bad because it stars Kirk Douglas and James Mason. It also has Peter Lorre and a couple of other familiar faces. And it came out in 1954, which was a pretty competitive year for film. There was like On the Waterfront and Rear Window, Sancho the Bailiff. And this is also a Disney film. It's usually when you think of Disney things, well, like way back when, like before the days of Disney Plus, put it that way, you usually thought of things being like so family friendly, so nice, and so cuddly. But with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, it does have more of an edge to it, I guess you could say. And it's way more serious than your standard children's thing. Anyone that's not familiar with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, it's about a group of these people in this town, and they all hear about a suspected monster that's destroying and eating all these ships. There's this one ship, and it recruits a whole bunch of people just to see what's going on. And Kirk Douglas is one of them that gets recruited, and they narrowly end up escaping this big attack, and they wind up on this submarine where it's just so state-of-the-art, so advanced, even for the time that the book was written, so state-of-the-art, so advanced, and they meet the captain, Nemo, who in the movie is played by James Mason. And when they learn a little bit more about Nemo's plans for everything, it's, okay, I'll be honest, Nemo's plans, that's a little bit forgettable. But, it's probably the only forgettable thing about the whole film is just Nemo's plans. But, whatever, it's a really small price to pay for everything else that the movie has to offer. Kirk Douglas, he is a really, really good actor. And, he's mighty fine here. James Mason, okay, you can't go wrong with James Mason, okay? He's like kind of like the opposite of Kirk Douglas in this. Kirk Douglas, very, very extroverted, very loud, kind of hip and cool. And Nemo, well, James Mason, is more subdued. He's more serious. It's a little bit quieter, whatever. It's kind of cool to see that. And because the movie takes place, well, the movie was filmed in 1954, it's cool seeing some of these really cool effects that have happened, and some of the props that they're using this. Because years later, decades later, when you had to use computers for a whole bunch of things, and some things like the computer effects, they look super duper poor, they look super duper dated. I'll admit some of the things in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea do look a little bit dated, but not like so bad or anything. It was 1950s. They couldn't do like almost anything with computers. But so what we got was appropriate. It was good. Was passable. My only real gripe with this film is I just felt such a distance from everything. I did like what I was seeing. I thought that the performances were good, but the movie left me super duper cold. And I was kind of bored with what was happening, but I still wanted to see things that like what was going to happen next and what was going to go on afterwards. That all was happening, but I was just the movie was just lacking something. Maybe I just need to see 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea again. Maybe I just need to read the Jules Verne book. But, whatever. Sometimes people just have just a bad watch with something. Whatever. But, even though my experience with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea wasn't a great watch that I had, I still do think that the movie does deserve a positive score. It does deserve a pretty good recommendation. So, just because of what I think that this movie deserves, despite my big reservations, I'll give 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea from 1954 3 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.